What's up, everyone? Just doing some pull-ups, and I'm like, you know what? I want to do a Cardano video. I want to have a candid chat because I'm always doing these technical analysis videos, news videos, and not so much opinion in there. A lot of opinion, I guess, but I just want to have a candid chat with you all about what's going on with Cardano, the current state of Cardano, with everything happening right now. ADA is just being removed from exchanges left and right. There is just so much negativity in relation to Cardano because of this. And I want to talk about that. So first thing I want to say is I firmly think that Cardano has the strength and resilience to get through this. I think it's going to be okay. I really do. I want to say that. And we've talked about Cardano being resilient for years on this YouTube channel. Now, that doesn't mean that there's not a storm brewing right now, or we're in the storm. We're actually in the storm right now. It's happening. But first reminder, before I really get into this, every cycle, every bear cycle, altcoins, Bitcoin, they're going through their own thing. They're going through their own fear, uncertainty, and doubt headlines. It happens every cycle. And every time it ends up, when you look back at that moment, at that season, even if it lasts for months, you look back and you're just like, that was temporary. And actually, most people forget already. Things bounce back. And I really think things will bounce back. Before all this mess even happened, I always say, in relation to every crypto, it could all go to zero, right? That's just something I understand. That's the biggest risk of all of this. And we always have to consider that. So I'm always considering that. But crypto's been here before. Cardano's in it right now. Even XRP, when it got delisted from Coinbase, I believe it's still, even after that huge drop, I think it dropped 70% or something. But if I remember correctly, and then I think it 10x'd after the bottom. So, and right now, the XRP, the Ripple case, so important to Cardano, so important to crypto in general. All right, now this next layer of thought that I have. This is what I really wanted to talk about in this video. While Cardano is going through this, the biggest thing that I've noticed is, and it's kind of as I've personally been like, all right, let's objectively figure this out. Because this is how my mind works. I'm kind of like, because it's not good, right? ADA being removed from exchanges and stuff, that's not good. SEC naming it as a security, not good. But in my mind, from that point, I'm like, all right. And this helps me find my risk tolerance in this situation. And also just kind of pinpoint reality, get my finger on the pulse here. I start going down the list. Well, what's the deal? First off is ADA security, right? And we've gone through this, launched in Japan. I think they were actually launched as vouchers in Japanese. I saw Charles Hoskinson tweet about this, and they didn't get the ADA until like years later, I think, and wasn't even available to U.S. investors. Not to mention we have the library case, and secondary sales of the library tokens were ruled not securities. There's so much that I'm kind of like, all right, I don't think ADA is security. That's number one. And then number two is just kind of like, all right, well, remember, and I have a point here as I go through this list. Remember ADA, or not ADA, but crypto, it's not confined to just the United States. So what the SEC is doing, and really it's just right now, it's their opinion, right? This needs to go to court and Congress. That's where things are really, truly labeled and defined. But their opinion, it's the United States. Like there's a whole world outside of the United States. That's something that I remind myself of. I remind myself that, XRP is going through it. They even bounced out of it after the Coinbase delisting. I tell myself, listen, ADA is still on Coinbase. Hopefully that stays the case. I remind myself how I started the video. These things happen. This is crypto. This is almost so not surprise. So not a surprise. Okay. I've gone down this list of things like, all right, let's find the positives here, right? I know the negatives. This isn't good. This isn't like something I would invite to happen for ADA as an ADA holder. But in that exercise of me doing that, or even tweeting things about it, or this video, I get those comments, and this is probably everything that's going on right now, bear market, price down. This might be like the worst of it. It's this. It's as I'm creating this content, as I'm evaluating, and as I'm watching other community members even kind of go through this exercise and find kind of the light at the end of the tunnel. It's the comments. And this isn't me complaining about the negativity, but it's a Bitcoin maximalist taking this opportunity, not as it relates just to ADA, but this situation right now as it relates to altcoins. The maximalists taking the opportunity to really just go around, in interviews and all over the place and basically just say, see, we told you it's all trash except for Bitcoin, all because of the SEC's opinion. We have this Bitcoin ETF, right, that was just applied for, huge Bitcoin ETF. And a couple of years ago, this would be very bullish. And it still can be very bullish, right? But there's this underlining factor, I think, that is very obvious, that there's a control play at play. Like, this is for control. Especially if this gets approved, this is for control. And that is so obvious. But Bitcoin maximalists kind of cheering that on and just being like, yeah, Bitcoin, completely losing sight of the purpose of why I think Satoshi Nakamoto even created Bitcoin, right? And that's the thing about this particular part of the journey that really just, it's so unsettling, right? And, most of my videos are to the point. It's not really me just blabbing, my opinions. But this video, because this is my crypto journey, every piece of this, even when I'm just doing technical analysis, it's just how I see things. It's what I'm thinking. And so I wanted to do this video because that's what I've been really thinking. It's crazy to see. We see this happen just in general, outside of SEC attacking ADA and other altcoins. We just see people don't like Cardano attacking Cardano. That's what Cardano is known for. It's just being the underdog. It's being attacked. But now there's just they're weaponizing this whole thing with SEC, and it's just, it's something to get through. But that doesn't change the facts about what's going on. It doesn't change the technology of Cardano. It doesn't change the fact that, man, if they're saying Ethereum is a commodity, and Ethereum is so decentralized that it's kind of past that phase as the early stage security, then Cardano, a commodity. But that's just the thing, everybody. It's just this is part of my journey, and I'm actually curious. Let me know in the comments below if you're feeling any of this, seeing any of this, thinking any of this. Besides that, if we start talking about ADA price a little bit, I do want to just touch on that a little bit. And I'll try and edit in a chart to kind of visualize what I'm talking about. I really think that a big move is coming, because anytime we get these huge capitulation type of moves to the downside and these big moves to oversold, like on the daily chart, and I think it's like the most oversold it's ever been. Anytime we get that, we get the bounce, the initial pop to the upside, which that has happened. And then we just get this consolidation, like kind of sideways and up, maybe start fading back down, and it hits the shorter term moving averages. And then the next big move happens. And we're like getting there, right? And so the big move, because I don't think, I could be wrong, I could be way wrong, but I don't think we're in this environment where ADA is just going to trade sideways now. I think we're going to get another leg down, or we're going to break out of this kind of consolidation into short-term moving averages, and we're going to put a leg up, start putting in these higher highs, higher lows. That's what we want to see. But I really think that move is coming, and exactly when that will happen, it would be awesome if it's this weekend. Is it going to be a slow weekend? I don't know, but this bounce into consolidation, I think, is going to get ready to be over soon, and I'm just prepared either way. At this point, I'm prepared either way. All it takes is one more negative headline as it relates to ADA to kind of push it down further, but time will tell. I don't want this to sound pessimistic at all, because if there is another leg down, we talked about it in a previous technical analysis video, 17 to 20 cents, that's something else. That is for a whole nother video to discuss. But either way, I'm going to be tracking the charts. I'm going to be watching them, see what the next move is for ADA. I just wanted to get some of my candid thoughts out there on video. Not really much else to talk about currently as we continue to wait to see what happens next. So let me know your thoughts, everybody. I appreciate you hanging out with me. If you're still here in my garage, have an awesome weekend. I'll see you in the next one. God bless.